This thing is one of those things where you're like, yeah, duh, why wasn't this done forever ago? So there's a brand new synthetic clay decontamination towel that just hit the market, and it's the best one I've ever used. Now, to be fair, I don't use a lot of synthetic clay towels, and there's a main reason for that. I prefer the mitt. The reason I like this, I don't stick my hand in it, but the reason I like it is the large surface area so I can get through the job quicker, and it's sort of padded nicely so that it gives you nice even distribution across the panel as you're going and doing your decontamination, claying the vehicle. Now, the new decontamination towel is from DIY Detail, and they've had one in the past. That is right here. And there's some absolutely incredible benefits to this towel, mainly being the quality of the synthetic clay. It's different than others that I've used. It's different than this one, which is from Auto Fiber. It's different than this one, which is from the Rag Company. These ones seem to have a little bit of a, it's not really sticky, but it's kind of, it just seems a little bit harder, and you can kind of feel it stick to your skin a little bit. Not bad at all by any means. But the one from DIY Detail doesn't stick. It's very, very smooth and just kind of like a velvety feel to it, which is kind of weird to say when we're talking about synthetic clays, but it feels different than the rest. And from my experience with this one, it is the least likely, the least prone to any sort of surface marring when you're claying a vehicle. Now, with all that said, this is the new one that they just came out with. And they did it as a quad deal. And basically it's the exact same construction as this one, except they removed the synthetic clay in these areas. So instead of it being like this, which is why I didn't like clay towels in the past, it's just kind of inconsistent a little bit to me. And a little bit sloppy. This new one, when you fold it up, because they removed those spots, it's perfect. It is incredibly comfortable to use. Mimics the mitt now, as far as like density and even distribution of pressure when you're going across. The only thing that it doesn't have is the larger surface area, but I'm totally fine with that. This is something that I really enjoy using. So we're gonna jump into a use case with this thing as well, showing how I use it. And one of the main benefits of the DIY Detail decontamination towels is that they created their iron remover to be able to work with this. So it doesn't deteriorate the material, and it works as a clay lubricant. So you're able to maximize your efficiency and get two things done at once. Now, before we jump into that though, I do want to talk about, again, these other styles. So there's traditionally the clay towel. There is the clay mitt. I will state the quality of the synthetic clay on the DIY Detail ones is my favorite. I just, again, overall like package, I like mitt still, just because, and again, sorry, just to jump back to it, this gets the exact same now. As far as like ease of use and comfortability and all that for me. It's just this has a little bit more surface area. But again, because of the quality of the synthetic clay, this is my kind of favorite go-to now. Just to be clear about something, guys, as well, I know the guys over at DIY Detail. Ivan, I believe it was Ivan that came up with this whole idea on separating this out so that it folds up nicely. They did send this to me. They actually did the release yesterday of this new product, and I was able to get my hands on it a week or so ago before the release. So I've been having a good time using this thing and getting to test it out. Absolutely phenomenal. Again, these two are gonna be my go-tos now. Now, when we talk about the clay sponge, also really nice. Because you have that even distribution, it's nice and thick. Auto Fiber makes one that's even thicker actually, so it's nice, kind of relieves some pressure points. But again, with this one, we're getting the same amount of surface cleaning area now, except this one is incredible. Again, the benefits of a synthetic clay is it can be rinsed out when you're using a traditional type of clay. You drop it, it picks up a pebble, that thing's done. You do not want to reintroduce that to the vehicle. With this one, you can rinse them out, get the surface all clean, and continue to use it. Again, with this though, you can use this side, flip it, use this side, flip it again, and keep going. So that way, any contamination that you're picking up out of the paintwork, you know, even before you go rinse, you could just switch to a new side and keep on going. And then finally, guys, there's also the clay discs. Those are really cool for the situations where you need that. Like you can actually apply it to a polisher and get to town. It's more aggressive, much more aggressive than I like. In most cases, there's definitely cases where that's the perfect solution, but in most cases, I'm doing it by hand, and this thing is incredible. So let's go ahead and jump into some footage. I actually used this on my Sprinter van today to film and kind of give a good explanation of what I'm doing and why I like this so much. And in this case, I am going to be using this in comparison. I'm going to be using it with the DIY Detail iron remover, and then also comparing that to another iron remover, my favorite one that I've always used, the Kochemi Reactive Rust Remover. Super powerful chemical reaction to remove embedded contaminants. But again, with this one, they designed their iron remover to work with this, so you get that kind of benefit of both. So let's go ahead and jump into that footage. All right, guys, so here we have my 2019 Mercedes Sprinter van, and this thing has been, I've been in England, this thing has been sitting outside, and as you can see from the windshield, it's quite dirty. I just recently, just before this, just rinsed off the hood and dried it, and then I also rinsed off one section back here, right along here, because this is notorious for getting lots of contamination. If you look in here, hopefully this will pick up for you, you can see all that stuff embedded in there, industrial fallout. It just sits on this little track here, and it always gets built up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and use a three-step process. Again, just because I wanna show the effectiveness of just using a iron remover. So I'm gonna use Kochemi, about a third of it. The other 2/3, I'm gonna spray the DIY Detail iron remover. And then on a half of that, I'm also gonna hit it with the clay. Because again, guys, they made it so easy, so efficient to be able to use it as your clay lubricant to get all this cleaned up. Now we're gonna do the same exact thing on the hood. We'll do half Kochemi Reactive Rust Remover, the other half DIY Detail, and then in that half, I'll split that in half and do the clay towel. Now first things first, we're gonna go ahead and start off with the Reactive Rust Remover. And always remember, guys, like you wanna make sure that the surface is not hot to the touch before you use this, because, or with anything really, but you don't want this to activate faster than it needs to. So it's a little bit warm. I'm actually gonna spray it down. Yes, it's gonna dilute the product a little bit, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, and it will be the same for both of them, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and use this real quick. Just to cool the surface down a little bit. Yeah, much, much better. Let me go ahead and dry that, and then we'll go ahead and spray the iron removers. All right, so now we're good to go. First up, we're gonna use the Reactive Rust Remover. Again, this is just to show why I love this stuff so much. It just activates very, very quickly and makes it very, very efficient for me while I'm out detailing, doing customers' cars. I don't have to wait super long for this stuff to actually start doing its job, changing color and dissolving out the iron contaminants. As you can see, all these specks are coming through like pretty much immediately as we're spraying this on. Okay, so you can see it starting to light up, right? All over the place. So again, just works very, very quickly, very concentrated product here. Now we're gonna go ahead and switch over to the DIY Detail iron remover here and do the same exact thing. I haven't ever compared these side by side, so it'll be interesting to see how fast this one lights up. I mean, immediately as well, guys. Honestly, immediately as well. So I'm very, very impressed with that. I wasn't really expecting it to light up that quickly. So there you go. They're both absolutely dissolving out all the iron contamination. Now this one is more concentrated. It seems like a deeper color and more concentrated, versus the DIY is kind of pulling and you know, dissolving it and making it more runny. And I think that's why you can also use it as a clay lubricant. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the decontamination towel now and hit it. Now, one of the things about this new towel is they say you don't have to break it in because of the way you know, you don't have to, it folds so easily. Now, break-in, a lot of times I'll hit it on the windshield first. Again, though, their material is just so slick compared to other synthetic clays. I'm gonna try and do it without it. And we're just gonna go ahead and, what I did was just wet this, and then I sprayed some of the iron remover on here. And we're just gonna go lightly, no pressure, just go back and forth on it. All right, there's that. I'm gonna go toss that aside, and we're gonna rinse both of these off. Rinsing ability on the DIY side was very, very good. Kochemi side, again, it just seems like it's penetrating a little bit more. I don't know if it actually is or not, but it kind of seems like it is. It took a little more to rinse off though, for sure, which again affects your efficiency. If you're having to spend more time rinsing, keep that in mind. All right, and again, DIY side. Now, honestly, it was really hard to tell what was on there previous because it's so blown out. It's a nice bright day today and right into the white paint. It's hard to see, but both sides, I have to say, look extremely, extremely good now. I would say, you know, standalone product, if you're not using any sort of clay lubricant, if you just want to do a chemical decontamination using an iron remover, I would say it seemed like there's a couple little specks here on the DIY side where I didn't clay versus the Co-Chemi side. Maybe, I don't know. They're neck and neck. Again, the DIY and the reactive rust remover from Co-Chemi both lit up immediately. The rinse off was definitely easier with the DIY, but I think the Co-Chemi reactive rust remover cleaned a little bit more. But again, when we consider the fact that we're able to do 2 steps in one with the DIY product, because you use it as a clay lube as well, right? And where I clayed is absolutely perfect. All right, guys, so now that the hood's done, we're gonna go ahead and do the side comparison, right? That side's gonna be nice because we have a good visibility of the contamination that is there. So this will give us a good representation. One thing to note is DIY detail, Ivan LaCroix, a lot of times he will talk about doing a clay and then seal. I still don't do that. Now, I will state that this clay, their old towel as well, it's a different type of material. We already went over that. And if it mars at all, it's extremely minimal, like way less than any of the other ones that I've used. So I get the fact, yeah, you potentially could clay and seal it. It's just, for me, I've been a detailer now for 20 years, it's just, if I clay, I'm polishing after. That's still my recommendation. So clay and seal is not for me personally. I know it's a big money maker for a lot of detail businesses as well, but for me, I'm always polishing after. All right, let's go ahead and hit that other side. All right, guys, so here we go. Again, as you can see the line of contamination iron that's embedded into the paint there, right? So all these little specks of kind of brownish color throughout there. So again, we're gonna go by the third, starting off with the reactive rust remover. And I'm just gonna concentrate just on this one spot, right on that ledge, right? Okay, so there is reactive rust remover. I'm gonna let it, you can start to see it starting to change and dissolve stuff out already, quite a bit. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and go to the DIY detail, and we're gonna do the rest of the 2/3 and then clay one portion of that. Yeah, also lighting up immediately, guys. Just like, I mean, absolutely lighting up right away. You can see the Co-Chemi's ahead now. Obviously it's been sitting on there a little bit longer, but it's absolutely getting that super deep, dark purple color. And again, the DIY stuff's definitely doing its job, absolutely. It's just not as concentrated looking as the Co-Chemi side. You see that? So again, I don't know this, just in my thought process, if I'm gonna do just chemical decontamination, this is probably still where I'm gonna go. But this, for efficiency of decontamination, decon with chemical and mechanical, this is hard to beat. Let me go ahead and grab the towel now. All right, guys, so here it is. And again, the great thing about this towel is you can fold it up, you get a nice cushion, so you get nice even distribution of pressure all the way across. But in situations like this, I can open it up and get really fine-tuned, pinpointed to get into these tighter areas. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Again, I'm not doing the whole area. I'm just focusing on this one strip. Now, you guys may be wondering, well, why aren't you claying the Co-Chemi side as well? Just because, like DIY is the only one that really advertises that you can use it as a clay lubricant. If I were to clay the other side, I would go to rinse this off, then get a clay spray from Co-Chemi and hit it that way. All right, guys, so again, we've got Co-Chemi reactive rust remover, DIY details iron remover, solo DIY detail iron remover, and then hit with the clay. Let's go ahead and rinse them all. Now I'm gonna grab a towel really quickly just to dry this down. All right, guys, and now inspecting this one, this is an interesting result. Let me go ahead and flip it around and show you. So again, with the Co-Chemi reactive rust remover, you can see all these, it's almost like streaked in there, and that's no fault of the product at all. Again, I just let that to sit. But you could see certain areas are cleaned more than others, and it's just because the contamination buildup right here is so strong. It definitely did a great job of pulling it out, but I almost want to do a secondary hit. When you go to the side with the DIY iron remover, really nice consistency throughout, but the spots that are clean, that are showing here on the reactive rust remover side, are cleaner than the DIY side. And then when we go over into the side that was hit with the iron remover, DIY iron remover, and then clayed, it's looking the best by far. So again, I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? Chemical and mechanical should be better than just chemical. But again, if I'm gonna be doing a decontamination and I want the best results on something that's heavily contaminated like this was, going with that DIY stuff seems like it's a really, really good idea. Now, I haven't tried using reactive rust remover as a clay lubricant. I've never wanted to, because again, I just don't know if it's going to deteriorate the clay, the synthetic clay, too much, versus the DIY one is designed for that. So there you go. All right, guys, so I just went ahead and hit the whole thing now with the DIY iron remover and then the clay. So as you can see here, I didn't hit down here, but just right in this track. Yep, all good. So all the staining, all that kind of stuff is gone. All the contamination is removed. Looking really good. All right, guys, so there you have it. That's the brand new, I don't know what they call it. It's their synthetic clay decontamination towel, but they call it the quad fold or something like that, I think. $34.99 price point, I believe. It's available on the House of Rags as well, so if you use code I'mJoshV, you will get 10% off on that also. Fantastic. It's one of those things, guys. This thing is one of those things where you're like, yeah, duh, why wasn't this done forever ago? It makes all the sense in the world. And it's funny that this is the first one that we've come across. It's incredible. I really, really like this thing. And again, when you compare it up with an iron remover from DIY Detail that works with this, it's an absolute home run. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope that video helps you. Please make sure to like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Turn on that notification bell, and we will see you guys on the next one.